Welcome to week 3's practice. Remember that there are various options in case this is not the one you want to do. For example, you want to do one in a chair or of a different length. If, like me, you have a knee issue, you may want to place a cushion underneath it for support. So, this week in class, we learned ocean breathing on the exhalation. We learned that by practicing ocean breathing on the exhalation, it not only allowed us to elongate the breath, but at the same time, in so doing that, we actually help to calm our nervous system down in the short term, and over time, actually develop an ability to feel more relaxed. So we're going to keep with the theme of grounding and do that through the practice. So if you have forgotten how we practice, right, once again, you can imagine first doing it through the mouth, inhaling naturally and subtly, and then let's do that again. Inhale naturally and subtly. Now we're going to make the same noise, although it's going to be less loud now. And we're going to imagine that we have the nose at the throat and we're breathing out of there. So it's nice and gentle, oceanic, and it sounds like. So let's just take a moment to feel the touch of the feet, the legs, the buttocks and the ground. Maybe have the eyes downcast or closed. Gently breathing in from the ground and breathing that oceanic breathing through the nose back to the ground. Inhaling up from the ground, exhaling from the lungs, that oceanic breath back to the earth. We're going to continue like this together for a few more breaths before we engage in the movements. Remember that the oceanic breath shouldn't feel forced. Let it be gentle. And now we're going to begin with movement. You can do that with your eyes closed, just listening to the sound of my voice, or you can open them watching. So place the hands in front of the heart, palms together. Inhale naturally. And exhale, ocean breath as you bring the hands back towards each other. And again. And place the hands down at the sides. Turn the palms out, rotating the shoulders. And inhaling from the ground, lift the arms up overhead, maybe the palms touch at the top. Exhaling that ocean breath back down towards the earth. And again, inhale. And let's come into side stretch. So have the left hand touching the ground. Inhale, lift the right arm up. Exhale, soften at the shoulder. And now inhaling up from the hand and from the lower body. And exhaling your oceanic breath back to the ground. Keep practicing this way, in this way. If you'd like to look up towards the arm, as long as the neck is comfortable, feel free to do that. And really reach through the side body so you get a stretch through that right side. Inhale, and exhale, release. Now the right hand touches, and you lift up the left one. Soften at the shoulder, maybe look upwards if that's comfortable. And inhaling from the right hand and arm to the lungs and the lower body to the lungs. And exhaling back down through both using your ocean breathing. Inhaling from the ground, exhaling your ocean breathing. And rise up and exhale. Let the left hand now come to the ground as well. And let's take some shoulder rolls. Inhale, gently lift the shoulders up. Exhale, ocean breath, roll them back down. And the other way. Good. And now we'll take our spinal twist, placing the left hand on the right knee. The right hand touches the ground behind. We twist through the neck as well, and as so doing, once again, noticing that point of contact, breathing up from the ground gently and subtly, and using the oceanic breath to breathe back into the ground from the lungs. And inhale, exhale, come around. And now go ahead and turn to the other side. Place the right hand on the left knee, the left hand behind, feeling the touch of the left hand on the ground, twisting through the neck, inhaling naturally from the ground up to the lung, and exhaling from the lungs, your ocean breathing back to the ground. Continuing in this way, breathing up from the hand and the legs into the lungs and back down using your oceanic breath. And if the mind gets caught in other thoughts, just continue to bring it back to the present through this breathing, through the attention to breathing up and down from the ground with the oceanic breath. Inhale, exhale, come back around. And now we're going to come onto our bags. So I'm going to move my cushions. If you have some, you might want to move them as well. Let's do some gentle rotation with the hips this morning or this afternoon or this evening, whenever you're practicing. So feeling the touch of the body on the ground. Place the hands rather on the knees. Inhaling subtly, drawing the knees in towards the body, and exhaling your ocean breath out and away. Inhaling towards your body, and exhaling out and away. And switching directions now. Inhaling, drawing the knees away and out to the sides, and exhaling, bringing them back to the center. Inhaling naturally and subtly away and out to the sides, exhaling the oceanic breath to the center. And now place the left foot on the ground and the hands. Feel the sole of the left foot on the ground and straighten the right leg as much as you comfortably can, flexing the toes towards the nose. Feeling the stretch behind the leg as your lower back remains on the ground, and subtly inhaling from the ground, exhaling your ocean breath. And if you'd like to draw your hands around the back of the thigh, you can. Just don't do it at the place behind the knee. You want it a little bit lower. Try to keep the shoulders on the ground and breathe in this way. And release. Switch sides. So now the right foot is on the ground and the left foot is lifting away. The feet are flexed, or the left foot is flexed. The lower back's on the ground, as are the shoulders. And as you feel the stretch behind the leg, inhaling subtly from the ground, exhaling ocean breath back to the ground. And feel free to place the hands around the back of the thigh as you continue to breathe in this way. Now, bend the knee. Place the foot back on the ground. Take the left foot right below, or right there above the right knee. Make sure to flex that foot, as I have said in other weeks. And we're going to draw up the right leg. And we can either do that bent. You might not even want to place the hands around the underside of the thigh, or you can straighten the right leg. Either way is fine. And you continue to inhale naturally, exhale oceanic breath towards the ground. And release. We're going to switch sides. So now the right foot is going to be right above the left knee. Again, make sure to flex that right foot. And you can lift the leg up, the left leg up, placing the hands on the underside of the thigh. Keeping the knee bent is fine, or if you'd like, you can straighten the leg. And I'm going to do that for this extra stretch behind the leg and the hamstring. Continuing to breathe that ocean breath. And release down. Place both of the feet on the floor, the soles of the feet on the floor. And we're now going to come up off of the mat onto our hands and knees for our cats and cows, where we have wide open fingers underneath the shoulders, strongly pressed into the ground, knees hip distance apart, right around the hip region, and inhaling naturally up from the ground from the parts that are in contact. Exhaling, rounding the spine towards the ceiling, using that ocean breath to send the breath back to the ground. One more time. Inhale. Exhale your ocean breath back towards the ground. And now place the whole of the front of your body onto the mat, onto the ground, coming into a version of Cobra. So the hands are out to the sides. Feel a touch of the hands on the ground. Using the energy of the hands and the arms. Inhale, rise up from the ground. Soften the shoulders away from the ears. Exhaling your ocean breath back to the ground. Inhale, and exhale, come down. And this week we're going to also add in down dog, or you can take child as an alternative. So this is child. And if you'd like, you can take down dog, curling the toes under, pressing the hands into the ground and lifting the knees off of the mat. Your heels may come to the mat, but it's unlikely, as you see mine do not. Inhaling from the hands and the feet into the lungs, exhaling your ocean breath back to the ground. And if you feel any tension here in the low back, feel free to bend into the knees and really press the buttocks towards the ceiling, getting a nice long stretch in the back. And then gently walk the feet towards the hands, or you can always just come onto the knees. Either way, we're going to make our way up to standing. So, curl the toes under. Make sure that you are on your feet. Feet are about hip distance apart and forward. And gently roll yourself up. And maybe just exhale through the mouth. So as you're standing here, just notice the touch of the feet on the ground, the hands at the sides. Inhale naturally up from the ground. And exhale back down using your ocean breath. Let's come up onto our toes. Inhale up from the ground, lifting the arms up overhead. Exhale, ocean breath back down towards the ground. Inhale up. Nice long ocean breath as the hands and the feet come back to the ground. And now let's take a standing pose, warrior two. So, if you want to have your feet forward and then walk the right foot back, nice big step. Make sure that the left foot is forward and the right foot's turned a little bit in. Bend into your left knee, turning your hips, and look over your left middle finger. Inhaling up from the ground naturally. Exhaling your nice long oceanic breath to the ground. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, the hands come down. Switch sides. So now turn that left foot in, the right foot forward. Bend into the right knee. Extend the arms out. Look over your front middle finger. Inhale, breathe up from the ground. Exhale your long ocean breath back to the ground. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, the hands come down. Walk your feet so that they're about hip distance apart, and make sure that your feet are actually turned forward. Interlace your hands behind your back. Pull the hands away from the back, the arms away from the back, so you can feel that pull in the shoulders. And then bend your knees and fold your belly over your legs. Relax the neck and head. Inhale, breathing up from the ground into the lungs. Exhaling the ocean breath back down. And maybe shake your head yes, no. And now release the fingers, place them on the floor, make your way down to the mat, and we're just going to come to lie down now in a resting position. Palms up, feet apart. Let go of any breath control, and to allow the body to integrate the benefits of the movements. See if you can stay here for 5 to 10 minutes. And even better, that after you come up, as we did in class, you come into the seated position and spend about 3 minutes inhaling from the ground and exhaling your nice long oceanic breath back down to the ground. And the choice is yours. Continue on your own.